The morning sun streamed onto the back porch where Sunny had set up a chair for barbering. The scent of lilac rode the breeze, dousing the Virginia mountain town in its annual explosion of sweetness. He closed his eyes and inhaled. He hadn't realized how much he'd missed it. Not much lilac in the swamp. "I'm waiting." Sunny's sandal-clad foot tapped the floorboards, her silver anklet twinkling in the sunlight. Her short black skirt revealed a pair of long, tanned legs, muscles taut with impatience. "Ought to be a crime to ambush a man this early in the morning." Buck pushed his tangled hair out of his eyes and cast a lazy look at his stepfather. "Let me guess. The bride wants me to get a haircut." Donnie sat reading the newspaper at the other end of the porch, his salt and pepper hair trimmed up neat. He nodded without looking over. "Yep." Silver bangle bracelets clinked together as Sunny crossed her arms over her frilly white top, her glossy dark hair spilling over her shoulders. "Leanne does not want you photobombing the pictures with your swamp dog look. Be a good usher and do what she wants." Buck ran a calloused hand down his bristled jaw. "Folks expect a Louisiana swamp boat owner to look the part, cher." Donnie chuckled. "Tourists buy that fake Cajun accent?" Buck grinned. "Yes, if the tips are any indication." Sunny blew out a breath. "I have a long list of clients today. Are you going to let me cut your hair, or do I have to call the bride?" A look of panic flashed on Donnie's face. "Better do what she says." Buck had been back in Lilac less than 24 hours, and the tension around Donnie's house was thicker than bayou fog. Of course, Donnie and Leanne had brought it on themselves by inviting the entire town to the celebration. Buck sighed, shoved his hands into the pockets of his jeans, and sauntered onto the back porch. If he ever got married, not that he had any plans of ever getting married, he'd do it up simple like Rio and Jack. Immediate family and a couple of friends. Quiet ceremony. Lunch afterwards. Thinking about the three-ring circus he was about to be a part of made him want to hop in his car and disappear. Thank God, tomorrow this time he'd be on the road, heading back to New Orleans. All of this would be a memory. The old wooden chair creaked as he sat down. Sunny snapped open a large towel and draped it across his chest. "Hard to believe you let me pretend shave you with a butter knife when we were kids." "For a price." He stretched out his legs and slanted a pointed look up at her. Sunny rolled her eyes. "Are you referring to that sorry kiss you planted on me when I was all of 12? Please." She motioned Donnie over and handed him her phone. "Okay, Mr. Groom, make yourself useful. Take a picture of Buck and me doing the deed. We'll send it to Leanne and make her laugh." Sunny turned on the clippers and aimed them at Buck's head. Buck's hand shot out and circled her wrist, the electric clippers buzzing between them. Vibration rattled up his arm as her wide-eyed gaze locked with his. He shook his head. "No clippers." Flash. "Got it," Donnie said. Sunny snatched the clippers from his grasp with a huff. Donnie showed them the image and laughed. "Looks like you two want to kill each other." The corner of Buck's mouth curved. "Sounds about right." Sunny had been a fixture around the green home for as long as Buck could remember, his half-sister Rio's best friend since kindergarten. The girl's endless giggling used to drive him outside faster than any recess bell. Seeing Sunny last night in the moonlight, he couldn't deny she'd grown into a beautiful woman. There'd been a time when he'd thought there might be something between them, but that had been a foolish teenager's dream. "I'm leaving you two alone against my better judgment." Donnie pointed at the backyard. "Promise I won't find one of you tied to that tree when I get back." Buck snorted. "That was 15 years ago. Today, I'd just lock her in a closet." Sunny batted her lashes at him. "Not before I cut off your ear."